No, they don't know. I mean, they will. They probably now hear me. Yeah, we're back. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Here's the screen, and I'll play some of this here. Oh, let me turn on the audio. Oh, gosh.
Question.
Oh, it's so weird. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
So he did the commercials as well?
Yeah, Joel Veitch. From Rather Good.
This is great.
Yes.
These
Depend on me.
These cats are great. All right, I'm convinced. You convinced me that that's the greatest thing ever made.
It's like watching Peaky Blinders, the cat version.
Yeah, get those guns, Tommy. Yeah. Awesome. Well, there's your story about Chipotle and their dumb candle.
Yeah, go buy one and let us know how it is.
Let's move on to some more food items.
Sure.
Plant-based food company has made a human meat burger. Okay. Human meat burger, everybody.
Human. This is beyond meat.
Yeah, this is beyond the pale. Says here we all want a healthier planet, healthier lifestyle. We should be consuming less meat. These days there are plenty of meat-free products on the market. One plant-based food company looks to take things further by developing a plant-based human meat burger. In a bizarre twist, the Swedish company Oomph. That can't be real. Right.
The company name? Why not?
I don't know. Because it looks
finish the sentence because there's more to it. It's not.
Because it looks like the name of... It's the sound that the skipper makes when he gets hit in the gut with a coconut.
No, that's oop.
Oop, little buddy. Yeah. Anyway, developed a product which they say tastes just like human flesh based on extensive research. The company's human meat plant-based burger is made from soy, mushrooms, and wheat protein, as well as plant-based fats and a mix of different spices. Oh my gosh, Claire, your link is too big. It was developed around Halloween last year, where it was sold from Stockholm food truck as the scariest plant-based food ever. The short advertisement for the burger featured scary music, dark scenes, and a sinister voiceover with a disclaimer in the caption reading, "No humans were harmed in the making of this burger." I still think Oomph is a weird name for your company.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's oomph.net, OUMPH.net.
Yeah.
Oomph is here to rock your taste buds with epic plant-based food. Simple as that.
Let's see. Taste bud rockin' plant-based food. Bite first, ask
Oomph
later.
Doner fajitas, pulled oomph tacos, oomph kebab.
Okay, so this is all alternative meat product stuff. Ooh,
Yep.
This looks all right. Some of this looks really good.
I mean, they can take a good picture, right? The fajita meat, the tacos, yeah.
I think you're right. This is just this is good photography is what this is.
It is, yeah. Nowhere outside of Europe and one little oomph down in South Africa.
A little oomph will get you. It'll get you every time. All right. Well, they're making human meat, and I would test it on the show if someone sent us some.
Sure.
All right. I don't know how you get it here or how it needs to be kept or any of that, but if you can.
Oh God, I know it has to be. Yeah.
If you can do it in a way that we're not poisoning ourselves.
Plant-based or not, that thing probably still has to be refrigerated on its long journey from Europe to here.
Yeah, from Milan to Minsk. Get it here, man.
Yeah.
The Book of Eli taught me human meat is not that healthy. Yeah, that movie goes deep into that. People get the shakes. Is that true though? If I eat some of Vibbit, would I get the shakes? Is that the deal?
You'd get at least the last shakes I had, which were from Freddy's.
Oh my lord.
Ah!
Yeah, I get it. I get what you did. Final story. A snake lover shakes snakes. See, everything leads into these are great transitions. We went from
Parcel
shakes to
tongue
snakes.
is what he is.
Yeah, the parcel tongue lover built robotic legs for a snake, and it's kind of insane. You need to see this video.
So already, there's no way it's as good as what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
It
Look
is as
at
good
this.
as what you're imagining. So he's basically built 3D printed, mechanized effing legs for this damn snake. I'm going to skip past all his talking.
I know, exactly. Jeez Louise, he talks a lot.
That's a lot of talking. There we go. So basically, it's this tube. Tube with legs.
He's really just turning a snake into a Komodo dragon is what he's doing.
Kind of, yeah. And then he puts his big old boa in there, who doesn't seem to want to go in at first. He's like, nope, I'm getting out. He wants to get out.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. I mean, all it is it's not like the snake's determining its trajectory.
No, he's driving the snake. You might as well put a snake on a Roomba.
Yeah. It's not nearly as cool as you think, but it's fun YouTube fodder.
It's cool to watch. I mean, once somebody attaches some electrodes to the snake, or even just like makes it so that the head movements drive the legs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, wouldn't this be? It's at least possible.
Yeah,
but you'd have to really. It's got to be more than this thing.
Yeah,
this guy in his garage making this weirdness. Oh, look, he's got it on a leash, and it is actually kind of moving.
Like a leash. As he can take it off
weird.
For a walk.
That's weird.
I bet that lady wouldn't come after you if you're walking your weird robot pet snake and it poops in the grass.
No, she would have had more words for me. Oh my gosh, that's great. All right. So those are your stories. That means it's time for us to take a break. When we come back, we'll spend a little time with Bill, a guy who's making all kinds of stuff. I don't think he's making snake legs, but he'll make other things.
Now maybe he'll get some ideas.
Now's the time. Here's the place. Yeah. So that'll be after this song Brian brought. Brian, play it for me, please. What do you?
Yeah, it's all high hopes today on TMS. Both songs referencing high hopes. This one actually in the title. Philadelphia-based singer-songwriter Tim. Just Tim. Is releasing his debut single. It is called High Hopes. It's produced by Will Hoge and co-written with Dave Howes, who also, I believe, appears on the song. Anyway, it sums up his perspective on life through the lens of a Philadelphian. This whole thing is crumbling, but let's enjoy it together while we can. I can't tell if it's heaven or hell. It's probably a little bit of both, he says. Here is Tim and the song High Hopes.
All right, we'll be back in just a second. Stay tuned.
This is a video for you to get ready with me for my Get Ready With Me video. So to start, before I make this Get Ready With Me video, I need to cover my penis. So I've selected these unicorn pants to cover my shaft and also testicles.
You can't spell the morning stream without remonstrating. This is the morning stream.
All right, just real quick, that's the dude. He was in the Suicide Squad remake sequel thing.
Oh,
The guy with the spear. What was that character's name? The German guy with the spear.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Can't remember either, but I think his real name. I think that's right. Tally is a Fulaborg. He is an amazing TikTok follow. That guy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because he's Javelin. That was his name. He does like react videos and like if he's funny as crap. He's so funny. Huh. This is my get ready video. My shaft and testicles. He was killing me. All right. Anyway, Brian, hey, remind me who that was.
Yeah.
That song. Yeah.
Oh, that song is called High Hopes, and it's by Tim, and it's a brand new single. Just do a search for Tim High Hopes, and maybe even Dave Howes, Hause, if you're really having a hard time finding it.
Yeah. Well, it's tricky. Life's tricky.
Yeah.
Comes at you fast.
Right.
All right.
If you don't stop to look around every once in a while, you might miss it.
You might miss it, says Ferris Bueller. Is that before or after Matthew Broderick killed somebody?
Oh, wait a minute.
Do you remember that? He ran over somebody or something. Didn't that happen? Hold on.
That I don't remember, but
Broderick.
It's certainly possible.
Murdered.
Oh, God. Oh, 1987 car crash?
Was that it? I think that's it.
Yeah, collided head-on with a Volvo. The driver, Anna Gallagher, and her mother were both killed instantly.
Yeah, but he made it.
Oh, wow. He was vacationing with Jennifer Grey, his sister, who he had begun dating in semi-secrecy during the filming of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's dark, right? Dark business.
Wow, that is a dark business.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, speaking of dark business, let's play this.
Your bat cave's open there, Bill.
Hey, Bill's here. He's here, as he always is here on Tuesdays to talk about the world of makers and making things from punishprops.com, of course. Bill, welcome back. How are you? Bill? I don't hear Bill. Oh, we lost him.
He's not in our Discord anymore.
Oh, he was there ever so briefly. We'll try that again. Hello, Bill. Is this you? Hello?
Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Bill.
I see him. I don't hear him.
I don't know why I don't
Oh.
hear anything.
Oh, now we hear you.
Now we hear
Do
you. Do you
us?
hear us? Nope. I'm guessing he doesn't
Nope.
hear us.
I'll tell him that we hear him.
We definitely hear you. Do you hear me? We hear you. But you don't hear me.
We don't hear you anymore. If you
Do you hear
you're
us
still
now?
talking.
He may not be. Yeah, I wonder if he's even talking. He's a maker. He's got to make things now. He's got to make his
That's right.
computer
Pick
work.
up a microphone real quick.
Yeah. My guess is, here's my guess. Windows changed his sound sources because he rebooted.
Oh, sure.
Oh, green. I saw a green ring of speakage.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's green ring.
Yeah. I think I can hear us on a stream. He's like checking to see if we can hear him or not. Yeah, I'm guessing Windows changed your input and outputs and stuff because it does it to me all the time on my Windows machine. Never does it on my Mac for whatever reason. Not trying to start a fight here. I'm just telling you how it works. Never have to do it. But on the PC, for some reason, you reboot Windows 11. Could be an 11 thing.
Yep.
You reboot and it goes, "Oh, you didn't want it to be your monitor speakers? You didn't want us to change it to that? Well, how weird. Weird. Who doesn't want to use their monitor speakers instead of their freaking headphones? I don't know, Windows." Bill, do you hear us? Do you hear us, Bill? No, Bill? Yes, Bill?
Shoot.
Kind of, Bill? All right, let's see what we can
Do
do.
we want to
here.
maybe do Bobby first if Bobby's ready and then come back to Bill?
I mean, it looks like Bobby could go. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna text him via text. And I'm gonna say we'll do Bobby first and then call back.
Oh, he's in the chat.
Oh, is he?
Or he's in the tadpole. Sorry, I don't know why my audio isn't working. We don't know either. Yeah, restart and we'll Bobby in. Yes, he dropped some foam and some resin in there. And,
sure, it happens.
He dremeled it, unfortunately, is the problem.
Yeah, and when you Dremel things, well, Dremel means trouble.
Science.
Okay, now it's time for some science. It's Bobby Frankenberger, who, up till just a few minutes ago, was slated, possibly anyway, to be going on to his first flight lesson. Tell me about what happened. How come that didn't
cool.
happen? Because that was supposed to be...
He's going there now. Oh, nope, he's coming back.
He's getting light. He's putting a little light on the situation. So wait, Bobby, so you were supposed to go yesterday and start flying, and then today, because yesterday had bad weather, how come it got canceled today?
Same thing. It's not that the weather was bad today. It's that the clouds have to be at a certain cloud level. Like the cloud ceiling has to be high enough for you to fly. And so weather is really unpredictable this time of year.
Were they going to let you get behind like the throttle and all that, like actually fly, or what? What do you get to do?
So I'm starting those flying lessons. I actually went and did what's called this was about a week ago. I went and did what's called a discovery flight.
Yeah.
And it's where you go and it's basically they're just showing you what it's like to be in a plane, and you meet your potential flight instructor. They take you up in the plane that you would be training in, and then let you, they'll take off and land, but they let me fly around, like do a couple of maneuvers out. It was a really short flight, like 30 minutes.
Called a discovery flight?
It's called a discovery
now,
flight.
Now, if I heard discovery flight, that sounds like an airplane that you aim at the HBO headquarters and then crash it indirectly.
I was thinking it was going to be more a
ripped from today's
Star Trek
headlines.
reference.
Oh yeah, no, that'd even be better. But I'm ripping it from the headlines, folks. I'm taking the latest Discovery Plus HBO Max dirt and pulling it into the sky because Bobby's telling us a cool story, and I decided to derail it. Anyway, Bobby, that's cool. So the goal here is what? You're going to be flying, big old planes at some point, or what's your plan? What's the long term on this?
No, I'm trying to get my private pilot's license. I've always wanted to fly, and I'm blind in one eye, so I used to think that I couldn't, but I found out a couple of years ago that you can fly even if you're blind in one eye. You just have to jump through more hoops with the FAA. I've been fighting with that for a year or so, and I'm finally to the point where it makes sense for me to start taking flying lessons now, and that's the goal.
Do you have to inform any potential passengers that you're, one eye McGee up there, and they just need to know that getting in?
You don't have to, but just like when I'm driving, I often love to tell people when I used to do that in high school when I would like drive someone home from school. Oh, I need a ride home from school. I'd drive them about halfway. I'd turn over and be like, "Oh, have I ever told you that I'm blind in one eye?"
Oh man, that's great. That's a great way to. You should do that with dates and stuff. That's amazing.
Yeah. But no, you do not have to tell anybody. You don't have to disclose that as a pilot. It doesn't really hamper especially, I was born blind in one eye, so I've lived my whole life that way, and it doesn't really affect me that much.
Yeah, it's all you know. It's all you. It's what you got. For all I know, it's better because now you got. I don't know. You've got more. I'll bet you have more situational awareness than I do because you have to, right?
Oh, sure.
Except for on the one side.
Oh yeah.
Does it increase your other senses by half?
Yeah, I'm blind in my right eye, so I can smell and hear on the right side of my head.
Whoa.
My right nostril is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's huge. Look how big that right nostril is. And all hairy in there. Anyway, well, it's great to hear, but also sad that your lessons got canceled. I'm sure clouds will clear.
It's expected. It really sucks more that it's supposed to be my first lesson because I'm like really anxious and excited to do it,
Yeah.
But they get canceled. You just have to be prepared for that because it's not that you can't fly when the cloud ceiling is low. It's just that it's not great when you're learning how to fly.
Right.
because you'd be in the clouds. But if you already have your license and you're trying to go somewhere, you just fly. You just go through the cloud. You go up. And go above the clouds.
Do you feel like a NASA mission that just keeps getting scrapped at the last second?
Yes.
Because of weather. Yeah. Okay. Well, good. Yeah. That's a good transition into our science topic. Although I don't know what the topic is today, but that's what Bobby does. He comes on Tuesdays and we talk about science because he is the host, one of the hosts of All Around Science, a fantastic podcast that is about, you guessed it, science. So today we're talking about what?
We're talking about the thylacine. You ever heard of the thylacine?
I saw the thigh I saw in high school. Ooh, boy. Oh, not the thigh I've seen. That's not what you're saying.
You've seen.
No. Dang.
But the thylacine, it's an extinct marsupial. Looks kind of like if a wild dog and a wolf had a baby and then stuck it into a tiger. It's just like,
wow.
It's this crazy looking animal, but it's extinct. It went extinct. It was in Australia and Tasmania. It's often called the Tasmanian tiger.
I have heard of that. Okay, I didn't realize
it went extinct because, it was native to mainland Australia, and then it slowly died off, and it was only left in Tasmania. But then, good old colonists came and colonized, and they decided we want to grow livestock here, and the thylacine was a problem because they would hunt and eat the livestock. So the government put a bounty on thylacine, and in a couple of decades they were extinct.
Wow.
Because people love money.
Oh yeah, money's I wonder how many times money has been the chief operator behind the extinction of a species or subspecies.
I would say most of the time, at least in modern days.
Yeah.
Just follow the money.
I don't like that.
But the reason I'm talking about it, and I wanted to talk about it, is that last week or earlier this month, I don't remember if it was exactly last week, I think it was, there's a company called Colossal that has announced that they're going to attempt to bring back the thylacine. They're going to de-extinct it, is what they want to do.
Damn. So this is not the same as cloning, like a sheep or whatever. But are we in the same neighborhood?
Cloning is one way that you can de-extinct something. That's not one of the ways that that's not the way that they're going to approach it, but you could clone some. That's one way you could do it. The problem with cloning is that if you're trying to bring back an extinct species, to clone it, you have to have a completely intact cell with all the nuclear DNA to clone it.
Right.
And as you might imagine, when an animal's been extinct for, it went completely extinct. The last one in captivity, the last thylacine in captivity, died I think in 1936. So it's been extinct for almost 100 years.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
So we don't have any great samples of cells to use for cloning. But what they want to do, it's kind of a neat thing. This company, Colossal's been trying to de-extinct the woolly mammoth for a while now.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about this. Tom was talking about something on Wednesday. So they haven't done that, right? There's no woolly mammoth I'm aware of.
That you're aware of. Yeah. They've been working on it, and they're going to use the same method that they've been using for that. So I'm going to explain what they've been doing with the woolly mammoth to tell you this is how they're going to do it with the thylacine. So what they've done is, woolly mammoth is obviously, maybe not obviously, but you can easily understand that it's closely related to the modern day elephant.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
At least genetically and evolutionarily, it's related to an elephant. It was about a million years ago or something is when they had the common ancestor. So what they can do, because we have unearthed samples of woolly mammoth, like underneath, like deep layers of ice and everything.
Preserved. Yeah.
Yeah. So not necessarily like entire organisms, but there's been tissue and decent samples of preserved tissue that they're able to get DNA from. Now, this DNA does degrade over time, so it's not perfectly intact. It's not. We don't have a complete woolly mammoth genome. If we did, then we could just clone it, like we were just talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't have a complete genome.
Wait, since we have the complete human genome, does that mean someone's making humans somewhere and not telling us?
It's possible.
We were not. Yeah.
I mean, other than
couldn't tell you, Scott.
Other than the traditional, get it on, get it out way. You know what I mean?
Human cloning is certainly a hotly debated ethical science topic. Most people agree that we shouldn't do it.
Ethically, it is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not for woolly mammoths,
animals,
damn it.
It's free reign.
Exactly. Screw those guys. We're gonna eat them anyway, so may as well make more.
Any woolly mammoths want to dispute this?
Yeah,
protest
exactly.
This? Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Right.
Oh,
You're
okay.
not here to complain.
Sure.
So what we do, we have the incomplete woolly mammoth genome, and so what they can do is they can take what we have of the woolly mammoth. It's from a bunch of different samples, put together as complete a woolly mammoth genome as we can, and then look at elephants, which are their closest modern day relatives, and we can compare the genomes and look at where the differences exist.
Does that mean you can mix and match? Can you go we're missing sequences 15 through 20, and just fill it in?
DNA or something.
That's sort of, in a way, what they are trying to do. Is you look at where things are different. Like, there's where the woolly part of the genome is, and that's different than we're seeing on the elephant genome. So you can then take, once you've identified where all the differences are, and you see what needs to change, then you take an elephant genome and you make the changes, right?
Okay. So basically you could end up with let's say you match it up pretty well. You end up with a very hairy elephant, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And what if the reason that the woolly mammoth died out was because they smelled so freaking bad that the entirety of the planet suffered? Like everybody suffered from the smell of...
They couldn't sneak up on any prey to eat it because they smelled so bad.
They were that bad.
I think they were probably vegetarians. But,
and then, yeah, they probably were.
They kill
plants
off the
just
plants.
fall dead,
right,
stink
exactly,
lines
before they get a chance to eat anything.
Stink lines killing everything. I love that. So, but I mean, I guess I'm not trying to be Jurassic Parky about this, but do you think is it possible there's like a reason that these things pooped out that wasn't just man, or we didn't just kill them all and get all their coats or whatever? Maybe there was a natural. They evolved the way they did because of a reason. And how do we learn that? We don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we don't. And a lot of people are arguing that. I'm trying very hard not to say the Jurassic Park quote that everybody wants me to say.
Yeah.
But should we actually do this? That's a very good question.
That sounded a lot like the quote. Yeah.
Yeah, you teetered on the edge there, Bobby. That's almost it.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah. No, but you never asked yourself if you could say the quote. You didn't. You needed to ask yourself if you should say the quote, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's going on right
We've
now.
gone meta, full meta here.
So one of the arguments that this company makes for why we should do it is that they're focusing on what are called keystone species, which are species in an ecosystem which have sort of a disproportionately large impact on an ecosystem. A good example of a keystone species would be like a beaver, because there aren't maybe a lot of them in an ecosystem, but through their, dam building and the way they engineer water systems, they have a very large impact on an ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So removing beavers from an ecosystem would have big consequences. And so that's what a keystone species is. And the woolly mammoth, apparently, according to them, was a keystone species. And bringing them back, they think, could actually... I don't know how... This is very speculative, I'm sure. But they think it could help combat global warming because they will, I guess... help spread vegetation, and because this is the part that sounds silly and I think is real speculation, but they're very big and heavy enough that it would break up the surface like permafrost and help things grow again, I guess.
Really? That's an actual
that's what they say, but this is a company that's trying to sell this technology, right?
They have motives. Sure.
So who knows? But what they do know is that they've been working on this for a while with the woolly mammoth, and they want to do it with the thylacine now too. And so that maybe, and it was a keystone species in Tasmania, and they think that, to me, seems like it could have a more positive. It's more likely that it could have a positive impact on the ecosystems of Tasmania because it's not been that long since it's been gone. Mm-hmm. And so Tasmania might still be undergoing the effects of the change in the ecosystem. Now, the argument against that is, well, whatever ecological niche that the thylacine filled is probably already filled by something else. So bringing something back could cause something else to go extinct. And you just don't know. And that's a risky proposition.
So, okay, let me ask you this. We're so good at this now. We can do all this gene splicing and mixing and matching, whatever we got to do to bring back a woolly mammoth. Is it possible we could make them hyper intelligent and mandatory? All of them have to have Ray Romano's voice. Is this possible? Can we do this?
Well, that's what they're working on right now, but they're in negotiations with Ray Romano's agent.
Okay.
His people.
Yeah. He's not doing a ton. He still does stuff, but he's not like super busy. I think they can work it out.
Yeah.
There's no Irishman sequel coming out that we need him for. So,
no, that's true. Oh, he was good in that. I liked him.
He was really good in that. Yeah.
Real quick here. What was I going to say? I was going to say a thing. Oh, it does seem like progress to say instead of making money by eliminating animals, somebody's trying to make money by bringing them back. That's something.
It does, but it also, to me, feels like really... like you're getting really excited about something and maybe not thinking it all the way through. I don't want to say... I don't know how much
you don't want to poo-poo it, do you?
You want to poo-poo their...
I'm not in their discussion board meetings or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much they have. They may very well have thought all this out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It seems like very easily one of these things that in 100 years we're going to be looking back and... I mean, this is like... You can't not talk about Jurassic Park because
it's impossible.
Exactly what the argument was there, right?
No, it's impossible to not to. The only difference here is hapless lawyer won't be bitten off of a toilet by a woolly mammoth.
The thylacine is a carnivore. So.
Yeah, and by the way, people at home, ask your doctor if thylacine is right for you. Okay?
Thylacine available over the counter.
I'm just spilling all my garbage in the lobby here.
I appreciate you doing that. Yeah.
Excellent. So this is fascinating. I really actually am very interested in this, just from a curiosity standpoint. And I remember when the first sheep was cloned. What was the name of that thing?
Dolly.
Dolly. And I remember going, that is some science fiction bullshit. We are way ahead on this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like we haven't heard anything. Like, it feels like it's just kind of gone quiet. I know it hasn't, but it feels like it's like not a big deal anymore. Kind of like the artificial heart. I remember being blown away by that. And now it's just like, big deal.
One thing that is good, that is regardless of whether they succeed at this and regardless of whether or not the scientific community decides that this is a good idea or not, one thing that is great about this is that research into this type of genetic modification and this genetic research, this ecological research, this will have downstream effects for other areas of science. It's helping us understand. Some people say, like, this could help with conservation of different animals, because you could arguably, through what we learn doing this, you could arguably take current modern species like modern elephants, which are near extinct. Some of them are anyway. Maybe you could genetically modify them to have more genetic diversity, which could allow them to better survive.
Like
global
pandas.
Climate change.
Pandas would be good, because pandas are always like, even when they're together and you're like making it all perfect, they're just like, I don't want to have sex. I'm good. I don't want to propagate my species.
Genetically engineer a libido into them
Or something.
There you go.
Because they just seem to like, well, when they're in captivity, they get really weird. Like, they don't like captivity. But even out in the wild, they're having a hard time getting it on. So you end up with like 2 or 3 pandas left, or whatever the crap we're with. Like, I would like to see pandas live on. Pandas are great. You know?
Sure.
They're cute. They're
Can't
cuddly.
blame them, though. Imagine that you were put in a zoo. You and Kim were put in a zoo. Would you? And everybody's watching you constantly. Would you really feel like?
What's different about now?
Yeah. I mean, if Twitch had, if
Oh no, everybody's watching. Oh,
if Twitch is,
what are my visitor numbers? What are my site views?
yeah, if Twitch wasn't so hardcore about their rules, who's to say we wouldn't be doing it now? Well, anyway, this is fascinating stuff. Sorry, Carter, you had to hear that. That's it. Bobby, you've got another show that's fantastic. It's all around science. What are you guys covering this week, and where can people get it?
Well, this is all the research I'm doing about this is for the feature I'm doing this upcoming week. So we're recording later this week, and I'm going to be going really deep into this whole thylacine thing and what the company's doing and all the science behind it. And we're going to talk a lot about the ethics of it, whether we should be doing it or not.
Yeah. Once again, to not quite quote Jurassic Park, whether we should be doing it or not.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
the nature of things discovers a way for these things to happen.
Yeah. Just reword it.
Yeah.
Just use different words. I like it a lot.
Pull out the thesaurus and
That's right.
see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and-
but
and
we
let
did
fly.
just do an episode on also genetic stuff, which is DNA origami, which was really fun to talk
Oh,
about.
that's cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
So that episode is already on the feed. You should listen to that. Maura teaches me about something I'd never heard of before, which is folding DNA into different shapes to make things out of DNA. It's mind blowing.
That is
really
wild.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mine's all bent out of shape. Bobby Frankenberger, it's always good to talk to you. And he won't be here next Wednesday or Tuesday because there ain't no shows next week. Scott's out of town. And Brian is for part of it as well. It's vacation week.
Way to end our segment on an up.
It's on an up note, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye
That's
now.
right. Aw.
I mean, look, I can't not ever go away, people. We have to have these times where we go away.
We've got to take a vacation. We just have to.
We have to. It's my anniversary. My wife wouldn't let me not do it. So
Right. I just wish I could have timed my thing better. Darn it, Disney!
damn you, Disney, and your bullshit. Okay. Let's
roll the dice on Bill.
Yeah, we'll roll the dice. Here we go. This is a D20. Hold on. Why isn't it coming up? Oh, because he's punished props, not Bill. All right. So I'm adding him. We've already heard his theme. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's a very exciting moment here. Bill, you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Totally can hear you now. Yes, sir, we can.
Yay!
Everything all right? Y'all good now?
The problem was solved with an incredibly cheap pair of earbuds.
It's some kind of headphoney deal.
Yes. My $350 Sony wireless headphones were not pulling their weight. I don't know what the deal was.
Oh, weird. All right. Well, back to
obviously
basics.
need to buy more expensive ones to
I
have it
do.
work.
That would fix it.
That would solve everything. All right. Well, hey, it's the maker himself. We'd like to think of him as our maker, but really he's his own man. Does all kinds of rad stuff over at punishprops.com. He's everybody's maker. And he's America's maker, really. And he's here today to talk about whatever the hell he's been making. Hey, Bill, what are you making?
We made it. We have a new video out. We made a really cool thing. I just wanted to point out I'm speaking to you from the extreme West Coast. I am on a balcony overlooking the Pacific Ocean, and there is a bald eagle perched on a tree near me.
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
What the frick?
Yeah.
I guess, speaking of
Can we get some
vacation.
patriotic music in the background?
That's right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out before I told you what we made.
Fancy.
Because pretty awesome.
Yeah, very nice. Well, I'm glad you could get a little time away. That sounds like fun.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, and yet here you are with us. This is fantastic. We feel blessed to have you here. Anyway, sorry. Tell us about your new video.
So we had our friend in the video, our friend Paige. She used to work for us, and since then she's gone on to start her own thing doing leather craft, leatherworking, hats and pouches and corsets, all made out of leather. She has a YouTube channel. And she does tutorials and she gives out patterns, and she has an Etsy store where she sells leather crafting products. So we figured we'd have her in the shop and we could both make the same exact project, except she made hers out of leather and I made mine out of foam. So she designed this pouch.
Yeah.
And she showed how to make the pouch out of leather, and I did it out of foam, because the two materials actually compare pretty well. They actually work very similarly, yeah.
That's interesting. Did you have like a battle royale where one of you won at the end? Like, which is better by the end? I'm guessing the leather.
Or have somebody look at them without touching them and try and determine which one. It's like is it cake? Is it leather? Is it foam?
Actually, an Is It Foam series sounds pretty awesome to
nice.
me.
Oh, that's a great idea, Brian.
Cool.
You should get residuals if this takes off.
There you go. Yeah. Actually, what we should do is I should make a cake out of foam. And then when someone tries to cut into it, they'll be surprised that it's not cake.
Oh, it's not cake after all. Who would have known? That's awesome. Love that idea.
So the video was really fun. We obviously we're pals with Paige. She used to work for us, and we had a lot of fun filming it. But I really enjoyed being able to compare the two and contrast them. The foam is actually, since it's dramatically cheaper than leather, people will use EVA foam to do a mock-up of their leather thing before committing to cutting up a hide of leather, which can be quite expensive. The other cool thing is that many of the same tools transfer over. So like cutting tools or marking tools or punching, like punching holes in leather, all those tools can be used for both of them. Which is quite handy. So if you set up to make foam, you're like one step away from making stuff out of leather.
30% of the way to leather work.
Yeah,
you're just one expensive credit card bill away from a big hunk of leather.
Yeah.
So Paige showed her how to do hers. Mostly it's cutting the leather out, and then with leather you want to do all your coloring before it's all stitched up. So she did like leather dyeing and coloring ahead of time, and then she stitched hers together. Whereas mine, I cut it all apart, but I did the assembly first, and I did it with glue, which was a lot faster.
I'll bet.
And then I did my painting afterwards. So with foam, in that case, it actually makes sense to do the color at the end.
In the case of the leather, now that I think about it, I don't even know how you color leather. Is it the same process? Are you just using paints, or are you using leather treatment?
Soaking it in a pigment or something?
Sure, you can. So I've actually used leather working paints on foam because they work really well. And those are just acrylic paints that dry and stay relatively flexible, which is important for if you want to color a pair of boots, you need them to stay flexible.
Yeah.
But there are also specific dyes for dyeing leather. So what Paige used on hers for this one were leather working dyes.
Oh my gosh! I just watched you
just use those acrylic paints.
I just watched you use a tiny anvil, and I want one now. Look at that little guy.
Oh yeah. Oh, the really little. So that's Paige's as well, and I also really want a tiny anvil. I think they're like $12 at Harbor Freight. Like I could go get one right now.
Really? Okay.
Look at these two. I couldn't tell the difference. I mean, they're slightly different colors at the end. You know, different. What's the word I'm looking for? Actually, as you hold them in the back.
Saturation.
Saturation, I guess. But other than that, I'd have a hard time telling the difference. They look almost identical, which I guess is the point.
Yeah, I'm really stoked with especially how mine turned out, because I was trying to copy hers, and yeah, they turned out great.
Yeah, that would look real good on a cosplay. You're like, I don't know, you're the Witcher, and you got a big old bag of shit on the side of you or whatever. You know,
and it's useful. You keep your phone in there. You can keep your Gwent deck in there.
Yeah, your weed.
All sorts of stuff.
Keep your weed.
Your Hobbit. Your Hobbit. What do they call it? Pipe
Oh, your leaf, fun leaf, or whatever. What do they call
your
that?
bottom leaf.
Yeah. Happy fun time leaf. Something like that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really cool.
So cool.
Up and available now on, I assume, both your channels. You probably cross-posted this, right? Punish Props Academy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, punishprops.com.
Yep.
Always a
There
good
you
place to
go.
go for that sort of thing.
Make sure you do. And give me her. Is it Redbird Makes? No. What's
Yeah,
her?
Redbird Makes is her channel.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna recommend a video of hers.
Oh, very nice. Look at this little secondary video of hers. Tell us what you got there.
So she made this acorn bag. It's really like if you have a D&D character, like a druid,
Yeah.
how cool would it be to have this very naturey looking acorn bag?
I would love that.
So she has a
acorn
full
bag.
tutorial and pattern on how to make the whole thing.
Wow. That's
You want to
awesome.
check that out over at Redbird Makes on YouTube.
Nice. I thought of you yesterday. Let me tell you how. I watched the premiere episode of House of the Dragon. Okay, the prequel to Game of Thrones. By the way, very strong start. Really enjoyed it. It's awesome. Okay, who knows how they'll stick their landing, but
Right, yeah, sure.
the
How
initial
they'll stick their
episode-
King's Landing.
yeah, it's very, very good. Anyway, really enjoyed it. But the reason I thought of you is I was like, all right, I'm gonna just kind of check this show out for any things that pop out to me and go, ooh, cool prop to make, or ooh, that'll be a nice replica or whatever.
Sure.
I thought, well, I know they made some changes to the throne, the actual Iron Throne. And so I thought, oh, I wonder what this would look like and if it's something Bill could do. The Iron Throne is now the Iron Throne, but then surrounded for like 4 yards on each side, more swords sticking up out of everything.
Multi-sword walkway.
Yeah. So you're not going to be making that throne is what I'm saying. I don't think you're going to do it. It's a lot of work, man. Unless you want to make a
I
little
will
one.
preemptively decide not to do that. then.
Yeah, it seems like too much work. So anyway, we'll see what episode 2 brings. But
They look like failed 3D prints when somebody's trying to make the Iron Throne.
There you go.
yeah, exactly. Well, Bill, have fun there at the Oceanside Paradise that you're at.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I will, yeah.
We're jealous.
My
And,
nephew Simon here just showed up to say hi.
oh, well, there you go. Have fun, be safe, and may all your foam look like leather. Bye now. All right. There goes Bill. Brian, there goes the show. That's the show.
That's it? There it goes?
Yeah, that's as weird as it feels because usually Bill means Bobby's coming up, but we already did Bobby, so it feels weird to me, but we're at the end, okay? That's the deal. We're at the end. And that means, here's the deal. We got 2 more mainline episodes this week. And then we do have a couch party on Friday. No, wait,
Right.
you're gone. No.
No, I'm here. It's
Why do
next
I
Friday
keep
I'm
moving
gone.
you up? I keep moving you up.
Do you have
I
a
don't-
calendar, Scott?
I do, and it's right here.
Oh.
And I've got I actually literally have it written when you're gone, but my head will not accept it. Anyway, so we're doing a couch party. We got film sacks galore. In fact, we're not even missing film sacks because we've done a little pre-prep on those. Yeah. So how TMS is going to go next week, I'm still working on a couple of things, but I'm hoping to have just a couple little ancillary things up on the feed that just show up.
Like a little TMS video from your location?
It's stuff like
out
that.
and about?
You know,
Yeah.
it's just so people know what's up. Get a little content, whatever. I don't like leaving, as everyone knows, for
Sure.
extended periods of time, but this is happening, okay? It's my 30th year anniversary, guys. Brian has one of those this year as well, or already had one.
Already did. You and I both already had them.
Well, mine's August.
I thought yours was June or July. Oh, it's August? Okay.
It's August 20. Shit.
Wow, I thought you got married before me too. So you're just born before me, but you got married after me.
Yeah, well, that was the goal.
Same years,
Yeah.
both things in the same years.
When I was born, I did two things. I pooped, I screamed and cried, and then I said, I will beat Brian to the punch on the birth, but he will be before me on the wedding, I'll say.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah,
Excellent.
back in 1969. Anyway, that's the deal. So get used to it. All right. Frogpants.com/TMS is our website. That will lead you directly to patreon.com/TMS. That is the place to go if you would like to support your favorite morning show and help us continue to thrive and survive. Again, patreon.com/TMS. If you want to send us emails, themorningstream@gmail.com. That's themorningstream@gmail.com. All right, Brian, I need music. Can you play some
music? Well, Dan Anderson wrote in. Wrote in, and he said, for my wife Laurel's birthday, it's an ongoing joke between the two of us, and I missed last year. Could you play a cover of the Pina Colada song, the Escape, the Pina Colada song? By the way, I tweeted out a joke today saying that it's funny that Escape, the Pina Colada song, is both the name of the song and what you want to do when you start to hear the Pina Colada song.
Yep. Don't do it on that. Where's that part of Vegas on the Strip where you come right up next to his the restaurant that plays that on repeat? No,
What?
it's not that. Never mind. No.
Oh,
I'm
you're thinking Jimmy Buffett. You're thinking Margaritaville.
Never mind. Yeah, same problem though. I can't stand
Another song that can just go away.
Yes.
Sorry, parrot heads. I wonder what the Venn diagram of tadpole and parrot heads are. I bet it's very slim. Anyway, any style is cool, but she's also a fan of Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. In case they do a version. Cheers, guys. Dan. P.S. Is it too early to get a fish sandwich?
Nope. Never too early. I have to just find it. Where is it?
I can definitely see why you like it.
Stop. Okay.
Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich.
Or.
Hey, is it too early to get a fish sandwich?
Oh, that's a good one. So good. Anyway.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So, it's a dumb song. Let's just face it. The Pina Colada song is a dumb song. It's about, you're supposed to root for a guy who's planning on cheating on his wife through a newspaper ad. By the way, kids, look up a newspaper ad, classifieds, and before Craigslist, and then while you're at it, look up Craigslist. It's a dumb song. However, I think I might have found my favorite version of the song in a search this morning. I have a couple. Eaton Mirsky, which I've played his version on the show before, does a really cool bar blues version. Great version of this song. But this one has kind of a electronic sound to it. It's got great female vocals, and she doesn't change any of the lyrics, keeps it as a she and her, and I applaud her, not trying to mainstream it to be cis or anything.
Be courteous and obey.
Sorry, that was a misclick for me. I apologize.
Anyway, Lauren Gold is the artist here. This is a cover of Escape, the Pina Colada sung by Rupert Holmes, performed here by Lauren Gold.
Oh, very nice. We'll be back tomorrow. We got recommendals. We got all the Wednesday business. Tom will be here, all that stuff. So come on back then, you hear?
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
How about a little smile?
Yeah, how about a little smile? You want to give us a smile?
A little smile. I guess I didn't mean het. I don't know the term het. I know cis, but I don't remember. Oh, het, heterosexual. Yes, exactly.
Oh, is that the term? Head?
Het.